I realized then that by traveling to the origin of the curse, I had completed the ritual of remembrance my grandmother began and I finished. "You're here for the de Clermont legend," she said, as though reading my purpose from my face. Over a dinner of hearty stew and crusty bread, she told me how villagers spoke in low tones of the lost daughter of the canal, a ghost wandering by moonlight, seeking justice. At midnight, I slipped out to the canal's edge, silver locket in hand. Willow branches dipped into the water, and the moon's reflection danced on ripples. I whispered Eleanor's name, reciting the apology I'd learned. "I honor your memory. I release your sorrow. May your truth be known." The water stilled, as though listening. Soft breeze carried a whisper in Old French. Words I barely understood, but felt in my bones. I pressed the book's symbol into the earth by a weathered stone bridge and waited until dawn. Morning light revealed a worn gravestone I hadn't noticed before. Eleanor de Clermont, wrongfully accused, 1623 to 1648. The engraving had once been concealed by ivy. Now it stood bare. I traced her name with trembling fingers. The air felt lighter, the willows sighing in relief. I took a photograph, documenting her restored place among the living. Returning to the hotel, I found Madame Duval waiting with tea. She arranged her cup on the table and said, "You have brought peace." Tears sprang to my eyes. No chest rattled in my mind, no ghostly sobs haunted my dreams. I realized then that by traveling to the origin of the curse, I had completed the ritual of remembrance my grandmother began and I finished. The next 3 days, I walked the village lanes, speaking with residents who remembered the legend as bedtime tales and cautionary gossip. I shared Eleanor's restored history, showing them the gravestone and my photographs. Children gathered by the canal at dusk, searching for the lost lady, no longer with sorrow but with reverence. In the cafe, I placed copies of the historical records, ensuring that the story of betrayal and redemption would remain part of Saint-Remy's memory. On my final morning, I packed my bags and folded the book into my coat pocket. At the station, Madame Duval embraced me and pressed a small clay token into my hand, a willow leaf motif she carved herself, symbol of Eleanor's release. "For your grandmother," she whispered. I wept then, imagining my grandmother's pride in the quiet chapel where Eleanor's truth now lay honored.